It's Monday, my lunch break. I slept in yesterday because I did the mountain run and did not want to overdo it today. So we're just gonna go like 45 minutes on the treadmill, nice and easy. And then I might get like a light lift in like upper body lift so I don't jack up my legs for tomorrow. So I'm gonna do my quality workout, like my track workout tomorrow instead of normally I do it on Monday. So I've been trying to be more flexible with my training to accommodate fun and enjoyment. I love the trails, and so I want to try and hit up the local peaks and stuff while the weather's nice before we get snow, because obviously the mountains get snow earlier than the rest of the valley and whatnot. So anyway, today we are testing. Am I going to cut my head off here? Yeah, I am. 1 second. Today we are testing the Hoka Skyflow. It's their new daily trainer. It's a max cushion, so it's between the Clifton and the Bondi. And I'm actually gonna do half of my run in the Skyflow and half of it in the Clifton 9 because I want to kind of test them, see the differences, feel it out so I can give a review, and I'll post a video as well just on the breakdown of the two or the differences between the two. But this is gonna be my first run in these shoes. Doing it on the treadmill because it's my lunch break and I've got a busy work day, so I don't have a ton of time to go outside and film and everything. If someone pings me during my run, I'm gonna have to cut it short. That's just the reality of working from home. All right, Tuesday morning, we're headed to the track. It's 6:30, so it's a little bit later than I would normally want to start a track workout. And my son starts school next week, and he's going into grade school. So he now has like full day school starting at I think 8 o'clock, but he's got to be at the school by like 7:30 or 7:45. So now that my son is at that age and there's actually not a school bus for his school, my wife and I are going to start alternating drop-off days. And so just depending on if I've got an easy run or a harder workout, we're going to set up a schedule on a weekly basis to account for that. But I need to adjust my schedule to accommodate that, or I should say around that, because really it's like the rest has to accommodate the drop-off, because I'm not going to make my wife drop the kids off every day. In the past, she has handled drop-off every day, and that's simply because they weren't going to full-day school, so they were having to go to school in the middle of my workday and whatnot. And working from home, it still worked out because my daughter, my youngest, would nap, or my second youngest, at the time would nap while my others were at preschool. And so I could stay home with like a baby monitor and just make sure everything was good, and my wife wouldn't have to disrupt like the nap schedule and whatnot. But yeah, we're entering a different stage of life going forward. So officially have a grade schooler, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy, and got to make sure that I'm working the workouts around that so that doesn't all fall on my wife. So. Yeah, I'm not feeling it today. This is the hard part. This is why milers don't go run up to nearly 12,000 feet on the weekend. It just takes a lot out of you, even if you're going easy. So, kind of eating my own words. I am not recovered. As such, this workout has been very difficult, and I'm going to cut it short. Originally, I wanted to do 400 by 12, and what I was gonna do is split it up into sets where every 4 I maybe rest for 2 minutes as opposed to 90 seconds. A little extra recovery, get things right before then hitting the next set, being a little more fresh. I got 400 in, or 4 in, Felt like absolute crap, but nailed my paces. Rested 2 minutes. And then the second set of 4, I did, but I fell back in paces. So originally I was hitting between 118 to 120. And then these last few, I was like 122 to 125, which isn't gonna cut it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's gonna get me faster, but not to 5:30, not yet. So we're gonna call it. We still got one of the things, like when training for speed and efficiency, and like the reason why we break it up in intervals sometimes, so we can do more work than our race distance. So we still got 2 total miles of quality in. So that's, you know, double what I'm gonna race. So it helps, but anything after this would be too inefficient. So just gonna cool down and we'll hit an easy run and lift this afternoon. So I'm about to grab some lunch, take it up to my desk and just eat it while I work. Typically on double workout days, this is what I do, just so that I don't end up taking too much time while I'm working out and I'm able to get my work actually done. I'm a big believer in not doing my workout when the family is awake. So like I was saying earlier, I'll have to adjust my morning workouts to get them done a little bit earlier, but luckily my kids will start going to bed a little bit earlier as well, so I should be able to get better sleep. But for meals, to save time, what I normally do is I normally just do crock pot meals during the week, and then I will go ahead and save them for lunch. So typically I'll have a freezer full of just kind of singular portion crock pot meals, usually around 60-ish grams of carbs, like 40 to 50 grams of protein. All in all, usually like between 600 to 800 calories. So I'll eat that, and then every morning I have the same breakfast pretty much, which is I finish my workout and I grab some overnight oats. Really easy overnight oats. I just prep these on the weekend. And then I'll make a fruit smoothie, just like a frozen berry smoothie, every morning. Usually I don't make that right off the bat because the blender's loud and people are still sleeping, but a lot of times I'll just have that smoothie either between lunch, breakfast and lunch, or for my lunch, with my lunch, I should say. So anyway, got some carbs in. I try and get almost 200 grams of carbs in between my morning and afternoon workouts if I'm doing a double day on my hard days. Just so I have the energy to actually lift and get it done and not get hurt. So it's 11 a.m. It's my lunch break. I'm about to get my run in, my first run of the day, and probably my only run of the day. It's Wednesday, by the way. And I'm just gonna level with you guys. I'm exhausted. I don't know if it's because last week I had such bad sleep because I was out of town and sharing a room with our daughter who didn't sleep very well. She's continued to not sleep well back at home. And so I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's like the stress of work kind of compounding and just kind of taking me out. I don't know if it's just too much training stimulus shoved into a small window of time. I haven't been like super high mileage over the last, 4 weeks, but my intensity has definitely been up. It's probably, honestly, a combination of all of the above, right? So anyway, I am burnt out. I had a really hard time getting out of bed today. Basically got up right before my 8 a.m. call, literally looked at my phone, realized it was 8 and was like, oh shoot, jumped out of bed, threw on some clothes and hopped on the computer. But I'm burning out. And I go through these highs and lows. So I do expect this to kind of fade and for me to get back in a groove. So I just did my warm up. Gonna hit some strides, but I feel terrible. Legs are heavy. Just, it's hot. It's a little humid. It rained last night. I feel like I'm making excuses. I'm still gonna do my workout. I think I may just do 3,000 meter repeats instead of 4 or 5. Still get around double the volume of the mile. but man, it's hot. So, gonna be a rough one this morning. All right, rep 1 done. That is 3:36, maybe 35. I struggled. I missed the lap button on my watch. But that translates to roughly 5:45, 5:46 pace. Now, it's probably too fast, but we got lots of rest. Working on bringing my breathing down, controlling it. And we're only doing 3 reps, right? We're only doing 3 reps. We'll see how we feel at the end of that. Nope. Slowed to 6:04 pace. I tried to kind of negative split the reps, so like start really conservative, hover around like that 6-minute mile mark until about halfway through the rep, and then hammer for the second half of the rep. It didn't work. I just burnt out. All right, so because VO2 max intervals aren't going as well as planned, I'm gonna hit 1 more, still get about double the mileage of the mile, and we're gonna do it right VO2 max effort, because VO2 max isn't necessarily pace, right? It's kind of like lactate threshold, where it kind of just depends on what the body's doing energy wise, metabolically. So that's the plan. 1 more VO2 max rep, and then you know what, I'll probably finish off or something with like 4x200 with lots of rest in between, and just get pure efficiency work. Okay, 200 felt good. I laid out for that last one though. I just wanted to get some really good turnover. I'm tired as freak. Gotta cool down and then get to work. .546. We're about to head to the mountains. I'm gonna do a local short mountain today called Y Mountain. It's over by BYU. Shout out to the BYU Olympians running the marathon today. I guess they're done now, but Connor Mance, Clayton Young got 8th and 9th in the Olympic marathon, so that's pretty cool. But there's a mountain over there that has a Y, like the letter Y, painted on the side of it. And it's a really popular hike. It's about a mile up and 1,000 feet of gain up. I've done repeats up there and different things, but there is the mountain summit above it that very few people actually do. And that's what I'm doing today. Should be about 6.5 total miles, maybe like 6.5 to 7. Should be about 3,500 feet of gain total. So a little bit shorter than I've been doing the last few weekends, but wanted to do something quick and then call it a week. So we're just gonna get ready. I'm gonna get kind of my pre-run drink and food ready, and then get in the car. So I wasn't planning on doing laps on the mountain today, but I got up about a mile, almost a mile, just shy, and like freaking almost 1,000 feet of gain, only to realize that my phone was not with me. And I couldn't remember if I left it on top of the car or in my car. Now it was in my car, so freaked out, probably didn't have to run back, but basically just bombed downhill. Got to go back another 1,000 feet, catch up with some friends, and then hit another 2,500 feet. So just added like half an hour onto today's run. Good times. If you've been following me for a while, you may recognize this trail as the trail where I attempted to Everest and failed. Ended up climbing over 15,000 feet doing that. Yeah, it's just on the side of the mountain, Provo, Utah. There's a big painted Y, I'll show you. And it's like a mile up, 1,000 feet up. So really, really good for 1,000 meter repeats or 1,000 foot repeats. Only downside to doing something like Everesting on this mountain is there's no gondola. So like you just have to do the up and the downhill. And that was obviously my fatal flaw, because I would have needed like 63 miles total. And I got pretty sick, so it is what it is. Caught up to my friends because they're super slow. They waited for me. Yeah, we're gonna get like over 4,000 feet of gain today. We're just going up to the summit right here. This was only supposed to be like 6.5 miles round trip. Gonna probably end up getting about 8.5, which is fine. It's been pretty steep. We've just kind of power hiked it. Honestly, these mountains we've been power hiking and then running down. But I can feel my hamstring is pretty dead, not gonna lie. So gonna ease off the vert for the next few weeks. So slow. Ease off the vert for the next few weeks. We're gonna time trial next week. Then we're going to Hawaii for 2 weeks. So should be a good time.
But there's some up like near Huntsville.
There's the week, 44-ish miles, 9-ish hours, and about 4,100 feet of gain. We're gonna take kind of a like deload taper week next week, time trial the mile, see where we're at. Then we're on a vacation for 2 weeks, so we'll get some runs in, but probably not super structured. We'll see how it goes.